Three Men in a Boat by Jerome K. Jerome. Note, Jerome K. Jerome's Three Men in a Boat are in English. The men shown in the picture here are German. The German! They, according to Penguin Classics on the back of their cover, apparently they're just from a German family's, photo album. Regardless though, here's the story of Three Men in a Boat. Go watch my summary for that. Here's a review of Three Men in a Boat. First of all, Three Men in a Boat are just a comedy. It's a comical book. It's a travelogue that's just disguised as a comical, witty story. It's a novel, sure. Some people call it a travelogue because it's about their journeys throughout the Thames River. But throughout their journeys throughout the Thames River, they go ahead and learn a little more about themselves. We are told absolutely nothing about their work life, except we can definitely infer that Jay himself, I assume this guy is supposed to be Jay. Jay himself goes ahead and is from a white-collar class job. Other than that, we have no idea. Jordan Harris, we have some kind of idea. They're probably like white-collar class jobs as well, too. But whatever their jobs are, that's not important, because they are all technically fools. They are fools because they blame themselves for overworking, and that their health, their poor health, they're very healthy if you just listen to me. Their poor health is just being deteriorated even further by overworking, as overworking is a disease. And they all decide that they should go on the Thames River for a little nice vacation. And because of that little nice vacation, they start packing. Jay himself decides to tell Jordan Harris about all the great things to go ahead and pack. And literally gives him advice. And as the book goes on, we go through their mishaps. Obviously, we can find out that they never listened to Jay's advice, because they did the exact opposite of Jay's advice. Carry as least amount of things as possible and only the necessary environment. You can bring one entertainment thing. Well, they bought several entertainment things, but Jay cannot do anything about it at the moment, so he just passes on with it. As the book progresses forward, and as with each city that they go through, they literally learn something about the human race as well, too. Jay himself keeps getting disappointed because the trip itself is never going as planned. In fact, no trip I've ever been to has ever gone exactly to plan. But for Jerome, I suppose Jay's case, it's just extremely not going as planned, and he is getting pissed off right now. So what happens? What happens to him? Well, he tries to make it all the way to the end. They go through each town and the city on the Thames River, visit each one, try to stay at the inn at the moment, and actually has a really good time on vacation. Although he himself does not say that he implicitly likes all this, and he himself admits that he is smart and intellectual, and he wants to keep it that way, whereas he calls his friends, well, some of his friends, dumb and unable to comprehend his knowledge. He himself is dumb in some ways as well, too. He isn't able to understand certain things in life, and he himself isn't able to go ahead and do certain things in life. This technically especially led him to his failure, and he was able to go ahead and learn something about his own life as well, too. But what I do get from this book, unfortunately, is about the whole comical wit about this. Sure, every book seems to have a little story or a moral or something to go ahead and latch on, but this story itself, there's not exactly any morals I could exactly find related to the whole book. Sure, I found some morals, sure, alright. I went ahead and learned about the Three Men in a Boat and the Thames River a lot. I learned something about it, and I learned about how human character works. Everyone's not exactly for himself. Everyone's just for themselves. No teamwork, it's just all man for himself. That's what everyone else decided to believe in. And that doesn't exactly work out too, because a team is way stronger than several individual people working differently with different tactics, because, well, those tactics might collide and interfere with each other. In the end, this story itself, Jerome K. Jerome was able to go ahead and comprehend and make the basis for several witty books. This was just a witty book. It's not a moralful story. It's not a moralful travelogue. In fact, I'm pretty sure no travelogues are moralful. This is a story that's entirely different. This is something new for them. Obviously, it's new for them. I've never been on the Thames River like they did. But whatever they experience and whatever they will experience in the future, they've definitely given up their morality for it. And that's all I could say. Failure itself is a really, really big disappointment. The journey itself, though, that's way more important. You learn more about yourself, and you learn more about how things happened. And that's Three Men in a Boat in a nutshell. Three Men in a Boat is one of the most iconic books I've ever read in my life. I just want to add before we send them towards prison. Three Men in a Boat itself has several characters that goes ahead and rubs off on me. Especially Jay. Jay himself is based on Jerome, Jerome, the entire author of the whole book, who has experienced this whole trip himself beforehand with his wife. He just replaced his wife with these two crazy lunatical friends, so-called friends. Jerome himself was able to go ahead and capture the whole beauty of the same in this book. And I am happy for it. I am glad that he did it, because now I know what the Saints River is now. I can go to the Saints River and just see the entire beauty, the entire nature of the Saints River in my head and at there too. Whether I go there or not is my concern. Three Men in a Boat is just comical, it's witty, and that's why it was praised. Three Men on the Bummel was also praised for its wit, but it was said that its story lacked the essence of Three Men in a Boat. I'm still looking forward to reading Three Men on the Bummel, though. Three Men in a Boat is about the same. Three Men on the Bummel will be about bicycle ride from what I heard. So, what are you waiting for? Go read Three Men in a Boat. Three Men in a Boat. The perfect story for witty and comedical things. Don't read it for a moralful story. Don't read it for I need to learn something, I need to learn friendship kind of thing, because these guys suck at friendships. Read it for the comicity. Read it for the satire. Read it for the humor. That's what I did, and I enjoyed every precious sentence of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, Shihana, peace. Bye bye.